Hey, have you seen No Time to Die yet? No. Dude, you have to. Dude, why? Why haven't you seen it yet? And don't tell me it's because you haven't had time. I know you. I know your schedule because I make it. But, dude, all right. So tonight we're watching it. I'm buying the food and everything else. So, minor spoiler, kind of, but not really. The new 007 is she's kind of cool. Lashana Lynch is dude.
Many minutes later.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another review of the year, kind of, even though I've forgotten everything that has happened in this year, and I'm pretty sure you have too. Sorry, I was talking to Jerry, and he hasn't seen the movie that I'm talking about, and hopefully you have too, because if not, I'm going to kick you all out of here. Anyway, so welcome to another year in the welcome to another year in the rear view, and this is just a yearly thing now that I do on the last day of the year, where I just look back and reflect on everything that has happened and has been done, and what needs to not be done and repeated, and what should be repeated. So yeah, I just categorized everything into a set of 8 goals because 9 was too much for the first time, and I just wanted to share them all with you. And this year has been great and fun and spectacular and spookalicious. So I can't share everything, and honestly, I don't want to share everything, because if I share everything, I might not achieve everything that I want. So whatever, you know, I'm gonna just do it like that. But firstly, thank you for clicking on this video and just listening to me talk about my personal stuff and possibly a possible rant, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how long I go. But anyway, so we're going to get into it right now. So the first goal of 2022. Ooh, it's going to be futuristic next year, just because of the 3 2s. And we got what, 215 years? No, I can't. We got a couple of years until 2222. That's the year I'm thinking of. That's the year I'm on right now. So the first goal of the year of our Lord 2022 that I want to continue to achieve, or at least work on, because a lot of this is going to be me continuing a lot of stuff, because again, like I said, this is a great year, and I was so happy that I was able to do the things that I was able to do this year. But the first goal is to continue working on my personal projects, and that's really the whole game of the last year, honestly. While we were, you know, locked up in quarantine, I just had plenty of things to do and so little time to do them. And now I'm out in the world and doing all the other projects that I have been trying to work on for about a year now, and I'm getting to them and I'm working on all of them. But now I've neglected the stuff that pushed me to be where I am right now. So, you know, I kind of want to get back onto that, and mainly a lot of character designs and pieces of writing that I haven't gotten a chance to actually work on. I kind of want to get back into working on them. I worked on them time and on and off throughout the year, but they kind of fell to the wayside, honestly, whenever I got to them, which is hard to say. I don't know. That's really the first one, honestly. And the second one, which is interesting because I said this last year, it's related to building up networks and stuff, is I want to continue building out my Suicide Squad. And I spoke on this at an alumni panel for my high school, which was a month ago. Wow, time is flying. And I told, you know, the student body that exact same thing, and they got a little scared. But yeah, I just want to continue building out the team of people that I want to use, not really use, but want to work and fellowship with and all that good stuff, and help, so they can help me achieve my own goals, as well as me helping them achieve their goals too. And it's really hard to phrase it, but I kind of made the joke last year about that in the last review, but I was like, that's exactly what I have in my head. Point number 3 is I want to travel more, or at least I will travel more. It seems that every time I make one of these types of goals, and I want to go somewhere very specific and far away, in the far out lands of not where I am right now, a new update drops in this little life simulation that we're all playing right now, and I'm just like, okay, so I can't do that right now. Or I can, but then there are more precautions and there are more measures that need to be taken. And I'm just like, it just throws a monkey wrench into the entire engine, and then the car goes off the cliff into a volcano, into a black hole, and the universe collapses. So, as you see, I've you know, a little upset about all that. I wanted to travel, meet some friends for the first time, but you know, whatever. So now I'm actually going to do that. I don't know where and I don't know when, or at least I'm not going to tell you yet. Big brain. But that is number 3. Number 4 is kind of more important than all of these, but it's the one that I do anyway. And, you know, I just like saying it. I want to add more value to myself and the lives of to my life, as well as the lives of my friends and my family. It's the nice, kind-hearted, sweet-hearted thing that I always like to do, and I always end up doing it more. And I just like helping people, because that's kind of the whole game of transactions that we do. It's all to help people, and if you don't help somebody, you can't get helped. And that's a word that I have learned a lot in the past few months, and it's been fun, and it's not something that I take lightly, but whatever, you know. Interesting thing to think about. And the question here is, how do you add value to other people's lives? Sometimes it can be as simple as being there or contributing. Continue live streams is number 5. I did a lot of live streaming to this year on the channel, which I, you know, was very proud of. I was very uncomfortable doing live stuff. I don't know why. Just thought the house could implode or something. But whatever, you know, every time I did a live stream, it was nice and fun. It always had a lot of preparation on the front end as well as the back end on any type of live stream that I wanted to do. But it was helpful. It was nice and very fun to get out the comfort zone and just do something. And do something on the fly, honestly. Even though I kind of planned out everything. But as per usual, as per all live streams, nothing goes as planned. So point number 6 is a reading goal. I want to read 50 books for the new year, or at least into next year. I am at 39 this year now, I think. My goal here was 78, but certain projects took a lot longer, and certain new podcasts came out, and there were just so many excuses, and there were so many choices, and I just couldn't get to all the books that I wanted to get to this year. So they are on back order, or backlog, I should say. I have an extensive list that is constantly growing because I'm always finding new books from new countries and new cultures in different languages that I'm trying to find out how to get the translation for. But you know, we'll get to that part when we get to it. And the book list is just growing, and I always have books. I have like 1,000. I literally have about 1,000 books that I want to read that are just on the list, sitting, and some that are in PDF form. Some of them I've actually bought on Amazon. Some of them I actually read. But whatever, you know. 50 books is the goal for the year, and that's 10 books a month for 5 months. That is how I'm gonna look at that. If I read, that is not feasible properly. Not with my work schedule and Jerry's. 5 a month would be cool. 5 a month, but again, no. I'll figure that part out later. Number 7, the good old lucky number 7, is I want to continually actively invest. Actually, I've been investing a lot this year in various things, and they have paid off exponentially, or at least they did last month. Because if you look at everything today, everything is like very much down, and I don't even want to look at my phone because of all the notifications. So we're just gonna say everything was good 30 days ago and 3 hours ago. 30 days and 3 hours ago. That's how we're going to say that. I want to continue though to invest because it's been so fun. It's always fun to put the research in and actually learn about new things and figure out what is the next bag to secure, honestly. I invested in business. I invested in stocks, cryptocurrency. Haven't done real estate yet. I'm still doing research because I don't want to buy a house and all of a sudden that house just gets flipped. It's supposed to get flipped by me, but I don't want to flip a house and all of a sudden the house collapses. I keep saying, that's the third time I've said that, and I'm sorry, but I have a thing about house destruction right now for some, I don't know, maybe tornadoes. I don't know, but whatever. That is number 7. Number 8, and that's the last one, and it is going to be the same one as last year, actually. Collaborate and ask for help more often. That's really that. I've gotten to the rut of being able to do everything myself, and now I'm at that point where I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do that no more. No, we're not doing that no more. No, as you see, no. But the most important thing for me is to ask for help in the most appropriate way possible, and don't just demand it and stuff like that. And we're getting there. We are actually getting there, and it's actually fun to get people to help when it's done right. And yeah, that's all I can say for that, because I have no idea how to phrase that. Failures. The failures of the year, but not really. It's just what didn't I achieve this year that I really wanted to. The one thing that I really wanted to achieve was making 3 short films. I had a documentary lined up. I had a short mood story that I wanted to get together, and I had a story about a genie that I wanted to write. Well, I wrote it mostly out, and then I didn't get to do any of that. So for the documentary, I lost all the footage that I actually put together, which was 15 hours of B-roll, A-roll, and an interview. And yeah, that just demoralized me for the entire year, and I didn't want to touch any of those films anymore, so I just didn't. I even set up a whole campsite in the woods in order to film the next Viking story that I wanted to do, which was again in March of this year, in 2021, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I threw everything in the garbage, basically. And yeah, that's one of my bigger failures. The second one is I didn't do enough research on certain investments, and while I didn't really lose money for some of these investments, I didn't gain enough, or at least I missed out on some of the best ones, honestly. And I have no idea which ones I can tell you, because I can't think of any of them off the top of my head. I know what some of them are, like Enphase and Ark Invest. Look those up, because I don't care about putting that on the screen at all, and I don't want Jerry to do that. But anyway, yeah, I kind of forgot the rest of them, honestly. This is awful. I'm sorry, but yeah, I reviewed so many of what happened. I've reviewed so many what didn't happen, or what didn't do what it was supposed to do, or what failed and what didn't succeed. And I focused a little too much on that as I was putting together this video, and I kind of hated that I did that. So now I'm just looking at all the positive stuff. And also, perspective wise, I want to make sure everything is shifted right for the new year, and I don't want to focus on any of the negative things for the year. So yeah, okay, that was kind of a rant, and I'm kind of sorry, but one thing that I have been able to do so far, and this is one thing that I actually like, that has been able to allow me to succeed a lot more, was getting rid of choices, or at least too many of them. I've been studying the paradox of choice for about a year and a half now, because there are so many options that we in the society we live in, or just we in the world, have. It's just hard to pick something. And then when you pick something, you have that remorse, that buyer's remorse of, did you pick the right thing? And is that the right thing that is for you, or did you just pick it because your friend bought it? And yeah, that's me, a lot of it, and I hate that. But I'm glad that I was able to find that and figure it out. And I found a nice article about the paradox of choice that I will link in the description box below if you want to read it. And it basically sums up everything that I've been trying to study in the best way possible about the paradox of choice, from why we do it, to what were some of the first instances of it, as well as how you can implement it in your life. For myself, I figured that I want some new camera equipment to supplement complement actually what I already have, along with some other stuff, because I want to do more projects. And because of that, I was like, which one is which? And before I talk too much about that, let me change this battery out. I hate when that happens. Every time I do it, every time I set up something, and I need longer batteries or something. I don't know. Maybe not. But anyway, that kind of goes into what I was talking about with the new gear. Yeah, I'm buying more batteries too for the cameras. So that's just one of many things. But I wanted to make sure that I got the right thing for me after doing enough research. But even then, I limited myself to like 2 options. So now you get A or B, chocolate or vanilla, you know, whatever. And, you know, I'm a chocolate man, so I like chocolate. But still, it's stuff like that that just makes me remember that as I reflect on some of these things that I do and all the videos that I've made, and I've made a lot of videos, but anyway, as all of these things get reflected, I'm just like, how many choices did you have to do that thing? Or did you just have one and you just did it? So that's one thing that I want to pose to you all. Do you think that you suffer from the paradox of choice? The answer is probably yes, because it's definitely yes for me. But if you think that, do you think that you could not suffer from the paradox of choice? Do you think that you could limit some of your options that you have and just pick between 1 to 2, maybe 3? The 3 is always going to be the decoy though, but 1 to 2 to 3, can you pick from there? And that's kind of the note I want to leave you on. But as we wind down and go into the new year with a new attitude, I hope, and a new perspective, I hope, I want you to remember. Yeah, there you go. You remember it. There you go. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. And comment your goals in the comments below if you have any goals. Please, I would love to talk to you about them and all that good stuff. And please, also, remember, subscribe. Like that like button. Turn that thing blue. We don't have any dislikes anymore, which I cry, but, you know, whatever. And, you know, make sure the notification bell is turned on and all that good stuff. And please, once again, tell me what you think in the comments below. Tell me your goals. I want to see them and I want to hear them. And by hear them, I mean talk about them out loud in my head. I'm so lonely sometimes. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching. And until next time, I will catch you all later. All right, that's it.